New Year's revolution has come and gone, and Carlito is still the champion. We've been able to fend off every challenger thus far, much to the chagrin of Stephanie and Shane McMahon. To kick us off, we are treated to one of the finer cutscenes this game has to offer.
Listen up. Here's the plan.
Heard enough?
More than enough. So this is how you and your sister repay me, huh? By plotting against me?
No, Dad, wait. Listen, it's not like that at all. We're victims here too.
Oh, really? I can't wait to hear this one.
Oh, it's true. We were tricked into going along, and by the time we realized it, we were in too deep.
So, who's the mastermind then?
Well, Dad, it's someone who's been a thorn in your side for a little while now.
Of all the idiotic ideas I've ever heard, your decision to plot against Mr. McMahon is the worst. I mean, what were you thinking? You're on your own now. I'm not gonna risk my own neck by trying to save yours.
Life's about to get a lot worse for you, chap. Not only will you face one of SmackDown's greatest superstars, he's also being managed by one of Raw's top talents.
Things sure have taken a drastic turn. The McMahon siblings have turned their backs on Carlito, but at least we've got some fresh opponents in King Booker and Triple H.
We are just over 2 weeks away from the Royal Rumble. And we'll get everybody at your barbecue, friend, good old JR, Jim Ross, and the Hall of Famer, Jerry the King Lawler. Yes, we are at ringside. And Raw has been rocked on the revelation that our champion has been plotting against Mr. McMahon.
I can't believe the idiot was stupid enough to try and sabotage the WWE chairman like that.
And to make matters worse, he apparently recruited Mr. McMahon's own children for the conspiracy.
I don't know what's going to happen, but I promise you, hell hath no fury like Mr. McMahon.
Many have called him the uncrowned king of SmackDown. And tonight, he's taking on the champion in this non-title, no disqualification match.
Yeah, and he's got some Raw royalty backing him up, too. If I had any sympathy for our champion, I'd feel sorry for him.
If the champion is nervous about this match, he's not letting it show.
How could he not be? He's facing arguably the two greatest superstars in the business in a no disqualification match.
We had King Booker accompanied by Triple H in our first match in this angle. And King Booker is no slouch here, but Carlito has been on his A game for the past few months. Ever since we've gotten that broken leg healed, we have been rolling at 100%, and Booker T is unable to put up enough resistance to defeat the WWE champion, Carlito.
The champion has overcome the odds and won the match, and his opponent does not look happy about it.
Are you surprised? He just lost the match, and I'm sure Mr. McMahon's not going to be too happy with it.
And we've seen in recent weeks what happens to superstars who get on Mr. McMahon's bad side.
Yeah, it's pretty much the end of their careers, if they're lucky.
But it seems as if the champion has survived Mr. McMahon's wrath here tonight.
For the moment, JR, but only for the moment. This is going to get a lot worse before it's better.
McMahon heirs point finger of blame. This article may provide some clarification on just what happened with the McMahon siblings. There's been a conspiracy against Mr. McMahon in place for some time. According to his children, the mastermind behind it is Carlito. This is a rather shocking revelation, as it really seemed like Shane and Stephanie were the ones who put the plan into motion. However, they deny any leadership role, instead blaming the WWE champion, Carlito. That's me. WWE chairman of the board, Mr. McMahon, isn't surprised. The fruits of my loins would never turn rotten on their own father, says McMahon. I believe them when they say Carlito was the responsible party, and I vow to make him pay for his betrayal. The McMahons can say what they want, but they cannot say that I am not #1 in the power rankings. Another article, Raw King loves getting hands dirty. What? Raw's Triple H couldn't resist getting involved in the no DQ match between SmackDown's King Booker and WWE Champion Carlito. The game says he looks forward to doing it again. Carlito is nothing but a dirty traitor, and it felt great watching Booker beat him down, says the game. Now I want my turn. I won't rest until that fool is bled dry. For the record, I won the match last week with no true interference from Triple H. But Mr. McMahon wants a no DQ match between the champ and Triple H.
You know that no disqualification match Mr. McMahon requested? I'm gonna give it to him. You have no idea how furious he is with you. And the last thing I'm gonna do is stand between You two.
Looks like we got ourselves a little no disqualification match this week. And just so I don't get lonely out there, I think I'm gonna bring a pal of mine from SmackDown to keep me company at ringside. See you out there, champ.
The Royal Rumble is just over 1 week away. Hi, everybody. This is Oklahoma's own Jim Ross, here with the King of Memphis, Jerry Lawler, at ringside. And tonight, our disgraced champion is in another no disqualification match.
That's right. Some real raw royalty. And I'm not talking about me.
Mr. McMahon has gone to great lengths to stack the deck against the champ.
He hasn't even got started yet. Mr. McMahon's going to take his time and enjoy this.
They've been referred to as the Kings of Raw and SmackDown. And they're working together again tonight on behalf of Mr. McMahon.
And that's the smartest move they could have made. They're already at the top of the business, but doing this favor for Mr. McMahon will set them up for life.
He might be Raw's champion for the moment, but you have to think that his days might be numbered.
What makes you say that, JR? The fact that the most powerful man in this business is sending 2 of WWE's top superstars to beat him into the ground?
And a no DQ match is what management wants, so a no DQ match is what management gets. But they've got to be careful what they wish for, because one-on-one, Carlito is hard to beat in singles competition, I tell you what. And we take full advantage of the no disqualification stipulation. And we defeat Triple H off of the strength of the split-legged moonsault.
I don't think we're done here yet.
It's not. He committed treason against Mr. McMahon. They hang people for treason.
The champion is certainly getting hung out to dry here tonight.
No surprise there. I know a thing or two about royalty, and those two are as close as you get in this business.
This cutscene is a much better representation of these two boys working together against me. I'll give them that one here. We've got another article, Triple Threat Royal Rumble. King Booker and the King of Kings, Triple H, are going to be taking on Carlito in a triple threat match for the WWE Championship. The only real line of note here, Triple H saying, that's like having a poodle defending a pork chop against 2 angry pit bulls. There's no way Carlito's going to make it out the Royal Rumble in one piece, much less with his WWE Championship. I can appreciate the shots coming back here in the magazine articles, but Triple H, I highly doubt it, my brother.
How'd you like what happened after your match last week, champ? Better get used to that kind of treatment, because you've got a lot more coming your way for what you've done to me and my family.
Gentlemen, I can't wait to see what you do to that traitor in your championship match this Sunday.
Yeah, and the best part will be when I bring his championship back to SmackDown with me.
To SmackDown? That championship is staying right here on Raw.
Look, no offense, but you're not even in my league.
Don't put your grubby hands
Wait for
on
Sunday.
me.
All right,
Let's go right
that's
now.
Stop
Fine with me.
both of you.
Oh my gosh!
That was your fault.
My fault. You're the one who shoved him.
We see some divisiveness between the King of Kings and King Booker, SmackDown and Raw.
Welcome to Raw. We're just 6 days away from the Royal Rumble. Hi, everyone. It's good old JR, Jim Ross, and Jerry Lawler at ringside. And Kingfish, it seems as if everyone's getting on Mr. McMahon's bad side of things.
As fired up as the chairman is these days, it's not hard to do.
And that has led to a cross-brand, no disqualification handicap match tonight.
Not to mention a triple threat championship match this Sunday. This is getting ugly.
How awful would it be if this superstar wins the championship at the Royal Rumble and takes it back to SmackDown with him?
It would be an absolute tragedy. And I'd lay the blame squarely at the feet of our no-good backstabbing champion.
The uncrowned King of Raw hopes to bring home gold this Sunday at the Royal Rumble.
And the best way for him to do that is to put a serious hurt on the champion here tonight.
The top might not be on the line tonight, but there's no doubt that this match...
And we see some extremely creative, intuitive, and innovative booking by placing King Booker and Triple H against Carlito in a 2-on-1 handicap match. More of the same that we've been seeing for the past few weeks, but we're not wasting any time.
Good grief. Those and expect to... Oh no. never meant to be used like that, JR. Sure. Now the fans start to cheer for him.
Carlito makes a statement with a steel chair and picks up the victory heading into the Royal Rumble.
I don't believe it. Talk about overcoming the odds.
As much as I can't stand this guy, I have to admit, that was one of the most incredible victories I've ever seen.
But the question remains, does he have enough left to retain his championship at the Royal Rumble?
Highly unlikely. He'll be facing the same opponents, and he's carrying a lot of damage in with him.
Mr. McMahon might not have liked the outcome of this match, but Sunday could be a different story.
I can just about guarantee it. And it's not going to have a happy ending for the champ.
Your days as champion are numbered. After the Sunday's Royal Rumble, the championship is going to be around the waist of someone who deserves to hold it. Because that's what I want. What I want, I get. What I want, I get. What I want, I get.
Throughout this whole episode, Vince has just sounded inebriated or just like a straight up creep. So whatever, Vinnie Mac. We've been diagnosed with this kayfabe injury and nobody in management is gonna help us out.
I don't like the idea that a SmackDown superstar could win the championship this Sunday. But let's face it, you become a liability to Raw as champion. And you certainly haven't made my life any easier over the last few weeks.
This is it, the Royal Rumble.
Ready to crown a new champion tonight.
I just hope that SmackDown doesn't walk out of here with the title.
That won't happen. Have a little faith in Raw, will you?
Three of the WWE's greatest superstars square off for the championship tonight, live on pay-per-view. He's suffered defeat at the hands of the champion recently, and he's not a superstar who handles losing well.
And with our most prestigious championship on the line, this is as perfect an opportunity for payback as he's going to get.
The champion has gotten the better of him in their recent series of matches. But will tonight be his night?
I think it will. The championship is on the line, and he's going to pull out all the stops tonight.
I can't imagine being in a worse position than this man. After weeks of enduring overwhelming odds, two titans of sports entertainment are coming for his championship.
And even if he survives tonight, he's still on Mr. McMahon's hit list.
Royal Rumble WWE Championship. King Booker, Triple H, Carlito. We were ready. We came out guns blazing. We came out firing on all cylinders. We were withholding nothing from either one of these guys. King Booker was catching inverted DDTs. Triple H was catching leg scissor, Hurricane Rana's, fist to the face, moonsault. You know, we gave him the whole cabana and a few other things. Hit Booker T with the Carlito Cushion, got Triple H out of the way, and then secured the victory.
He did it! Against all odds, he somehow managed to retain the championship.
I hate giving this guy the least bit of credit, but that was as impressive a victory as I've ever seen.
And the fact that he beat a superstar who's practically royalty in SmackDown makes it all the sweeter.
He did Raw proud. For once, he showed everyone who's the dominant brand around here.
I can't imagine Mr. McMahon will be too happy about this victory, though.
No kidding. I'm glad to be sitting next to you and not next to the chairman right now.
The champion still
With the exclamation point on Booker T, DDT into the championship belt, just like we did with John Cena back at Vengeance when we won it at the start of this title reign. Two kings bested by champion. It turns out a belt beats two crowns. At least that's what happened at the Royal Rumble, as Carlito successfully defended his title against Booker and Triple H. None of the competitors were in peak form, as all were still recovering from last week's no DQ handicap match. Still, WWE Champion Carlito was able to muster up the fortitude and get the victory against a pair of determined foes. Nah, don't start making excuses for these boys. They were just in a 2-on-1 handicap match, and I was the one. I'm going to have to give some props to the champ after that performance, says Raw GM Jonathan Coachman. He may not be a favorite of management right now, but the guy can sure walk the walk. WWE Chairman Mr. McMahon had no comment. Yeah, that's right, Vinny boy, shut your ass up. Shut your ass up. thank you everybody for watching. That was the Royal Rumble. We are inching closer and closer here to WrestleMania. That was our goal at the start of the series, to get through WrestleMania, become a legend. We are on our way to that. We are at 45% legend progress. Something's got to give. We got to get some more opportunities, but I think when we successfully defend our championship at WrestleMania, that's going to get a nice bump. Nevertheless, thank you everybody for watching. We'll catch you in the next episode. Take it easy. Later.